Hi everyone, welcome back. This will be our last video in this tutorial series, and we'll be discussing one final functionality that Fautor has. Let me share screen. So there we go. So this piece of functionality is called the reviewer spot, and it's a way to reward researchers for work that they do, which is generally free. Okay, so let's see what that work actually is. Okay, so this has to do with the current academic journal system. So what happens typically as a researcher, you write a research paper after many months of working on a project. And then what you want to do is you want this paper to be published in a recognized academic journal, so then other people can see it. They see that you've actually done a good piece of work, because typically these journals have these articles validated. And this process happens as follows. So let's go through that. So let's say I've written a paper, or Dustin has written his paper, and now he wants it published in a journal. So he submits it to some academic journal. And then this academic journal wants to make sure that this research is good to some extent, right? They can't do a full check. But what's typically done is that this paper is then given to a researcher, and this researcher is asked to review the paper and make sure that everything seems correct, that the science is good, that it's actually progressing science. And typically these things are quite work intensive. I mean, if you want to do things properly, it takes a while, right, to go through a whole piece of work that's probably taken many months to prepare, and you want to correct it. You want to, well, maybe not correct it, but you want to check that everything is correct. So this is a lot of work. So you check, you review this article, and then you give a thumbs up or a thumbs down. So in this case, our reviewer says, yeah, this article checks out, things look correct, it's scientifically relevant, and it also progresses the field significantly. And so then the journal is like, okay, great. We're going to publish that in our next edition of Journal X. And Journal X is priced, so it's not free typically. So you have to pay to get this journal, and the publisher makes money. But the poor researcher who did the review gets zero, nothing. So Fautor is trying to move in a direction where these reviewers of articles actually get something. Okay, so let's take a look at how this would work on Fautor. So let's say we have an article, and this is submitted to a journal, and the journal gives this to, in this example, Marie Curie, and they ask her, can you please take a look at this article and tell us whether it's appropriate for our journal or not? So she has to review it. So Marie Curie doesn't get paid anything by the journal, but what she can do is she can get a review identification number from the journal itself, and she can upload this number, this identifier, to Fautor. And what happens then is that over the course of a year, Fautors on the platform can donate to Fautor, which creates a pot of coins. So you can donate specifically to what's called the reviewer's pot. And this reviewer pot is just donations from Fautors specifically for authors who have reviewed articles. And at the end of the year, the total donations of this pot, so let's say we do 2023 as an example year, the total donations of this pot are distributed to all the authors who have uploaded their reviews to Fautor. So this is just some small way of recompensating reviewers for their work in validating new science.